I do know about black women or black people in general doing like different cornrow designs be so they can get out of slavery. But what does that have to do with her putting that on her head?
I mean, it's nothing. It really has nothing to do with her putting it in her head because it's her natural hair. But yeah, I just simply don't care.
Right, but I don't understand why
I don't
other
care what other women do to their hair, but you clearly do as
yeah,
a man.
but you just said you thought it was wrong for them to put those hairstyles in.
I mean, yeah, I really don't have a problem with her, having cornrows in her head. I'm just saying braids are a cultural thing to black women.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because there's do you know what Dutch braids look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dutch braids come not from our people, but we still wear them, right?
I mean, I guess.
Right. So it's just I think it's racism. That's all it is. They just don't like when Becky's do it, but we can do everything else from everybody else's culture.
I mean, you could say so.
Right. Okay. And how do you feel about all right, now she's gone. Bro, let me see. Let me get somebody else up here. Every time they come up here, they get defeated every single time because they have no logic.
Hello.
What's your hello?
Hello.
Yeah, what is your standpoint?
Um, my standpoint is what really are we talking about here? Because I'm not seeing where you're going with the alleged racism. I'm not seeing the point.
Well, it's racism because you guys bully Becky's for putting in a hairstyle. Like, why do you guys do
Oh,
that?
okay. First of all, you're putting me in a box, so let me step out of that. Ooh.
Well, I'm
And
saying you
then
don't make
first of all,
like
you mean what do you mean by like what race are you? I'll ask that. What race are you?
I'm black.
Oh, okay, you're black. You're black. Okay, great. So the problem may be with where are our concerns? We probably need to reevaluate our concerns. I think we're worrying about the wrong things. We're talking about hair and how wigs. So basically, a wig is an accessory. We can just consider that an accessory. Some people see it as an extension of their real hair. Some people see it as their real hair, right? It's all a general illusion. But if your point is to say it's unhealthy, then I think we need to dig deeper, further past hair, and really the just general things of life. Even the foods that people typically consume. I'm gonna ask you: Are you anyone who indulges in like hot Cheetos or your snacks, Takis, things of that nature?
No, I don't. I
Oh,
don't. I
you're
see where it's going, but
you're vegan.
wigs, wigs. So wigs and weaves. No, I'm not vegan. Wigs and weaves are a detriment to them today. Like it's actually getting really bad. It's like a pandemic. The thing about wigs and weaves is number one, they cause a lot of different things in the black woman's body, like fibroids can cause cancer. It's linked. You can do your studies, um, or you can do your research. It also it's based in an insecurity. That's why they put in the wigs and the weaves.
Okay. All right. I see your point, but also, I mean, it's what people consume as well. So we have to dig deeper. This is really just a surface thing. You can take that off, but what you put in your body can stay a little bit longer than maybe wearing a wig.
No,
Do you
but
see?
okay. Just because one thing is worse than the other doesn't mean that one thing is still not bad. We're talking about the hair here. I'm not trying to deflect onto food. So they put on the wigs and the weaves because they're insecure. There's no need for a black woman to put on wigs and weaves today. Not one reason.
Okay. Okay, so you're digging more so into like the emotional aspect of it other than necessarily the health part. I don't think that's necessarily insecurity. It definitely can be an insecurity. But like I said, for some people, it's just an expression. It's just a way they want to express themselves or add a little flair to their look.
Nothing outside of you can express who you are.
Okay, well, maybe they want to create a character.
But why do you want to be a character? What about being yourself, the person you were born to be?
I mean, yeah, that's, I guess, the quote unquote right way, but there's different people who are going to express themselves different ways, or they want to do something outside of the box. And that's really what it is.
I mean, it's not outside of the box though, because every other black woman is doing that today. It would be one thing if all black women were wearing their natural hair, and then there's like a couple black women who want to wear like wigs and stuff like that because they want to be different. But they're not being different. They're being just like all the other black women. So I'm trying to see like why do they do it today? It doesn't make any sense. If you love your natural hair, why do you have to put on somebody else's hair, especially from a whole nother race?
Yeah. So I would say from what I hear mostly around these times is people are doing this because it has a more seamless, flawless, clean, quote unquote look. And it's more accepted. Obviously not to you, but yeah. I mean, do you know how many women get judged for their natural hair or get shunned away from certain situations about their natural hair? About the kinky, the coily, the curly, the it's not tame enough. Have you asked anyone that question before?
Yeah, I have, and I know all about that. But do
Mhm.
you know who's the main one who teases black women about their hair?
One moment, one moment. To this comment, King Huey, did I just say straight hair looks more clean? Some people actually have that perception and have said that. So that's nothing I just made up or think. It's something that has been said. So, um, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you know who's the predominant people who shame black women for their hair?
Yes, I'm aware.
Who is that?
The people in the picture with the braids.
That's incorrect. The
It
main
is?
That's very incorrect. The main person or the main group of people that shame black women for their natural hair is other black women. That's why you guys are insecure most times, because your mothers, your friends, people around you call you nappy headed and things like that. So, but then we just automatically blame Becky's when they had nothing to do with your insecurity. It was actually people right around you.
Okay.
She left. She left. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, y'all can't contend. Like, I be spitting facts and y'all get mad and leave. And she got to fix her smoke detector too.
Hello.
What is? I can hear you.
Hey, I just want to let you know I'm getting my hair done tomorrow.
And why are you letting me know that?
Yeah, I'm getting straight wig. I'm getting a wig, a lace front.
Why?
Just to let you know.
Why?
I just like it, you know. I'm just gonna wear it. I like it.
Why don't you just wear your natural hair out?
My natural hair, I had cut it. I shave it all out.
That means you have to put a wig on?
Yeah, I shave my head and I shave my bottom area as well.
So rock it bald then.
Nah,
Why not?
let me get that wig on your head.
But why can't you rock it like Lupita? Like short.
Who?
Lupita, the girl from Us.
Nah, I'm better than her.
How are you better than her?
Trust me, I am. Trust me.
Trust me, you're not, because she's a famous actor and she has.
I'm a famous
millions of
actor
dollars.
too. I was on Disney Channel. What you mean?
What Disney Channel show were you on?
Hey, Jesse, I was Sky Jackson.
No, you were not. You don't even sound like Scott Jackson.
Lance Thunder, I can't even be on here. I'm 16, so you can kick me out.
You can just leave.
Yeah.
No way. That's crazy, bro. What is your
Yo.
stand?
Hmm? I like your Velcro beard. Your
Is
beard
that
looks like a Velcro.
that's what you came to say?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, shave it off, man.
All right, bro. It's like I don't know if you guys think these insults are gonna hurt me or like I've heard the worst already. I've been doing this for a long time.
All right, hey man,
What's going on? What's your standpoint?
I agree with you on everything.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, some of these are just like really stupid because Dutch braids exist.
Right, exactly. Dutch braids exist and black women still wear those. So I'm like, but they can't wear black hairstyles. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
But no, I definitely appreciate the support. I'm gonna get somebody else on here. You have a great night.
yeah, you too.
All right, let me see. Y'all said, why is this the topic? Because it's a pandemic. There's too many wigs and weaves that you guys wear today. It's destroying the bonquishes today. What is your standpoint?
I disagree. It's
Why do
not
you-
the same. Because braids are a cultural thing. Having blonde hair is genetic. It doesn't have anything to do with culture.
Okay, so my thing is, just because it's cultural, that means they can't wear it. Y'all get the likes up too. Let's get to 1K likes. Just because it's
Well,
cultural, they can't wear it.
braids they do have, it's like deeper than just culture because during slavery, it was used to make like pathways to escape like plantations. So having blonde hair is like black people can also have blonde hair. I literally have a cousin. She's fully African. She has blonde hair naturally. So to say black women shouldn't wear straight blonde wigs because they're trying to look like white women, that's just not true.
But they do not grow straight blonde hair.
It's possible for them to.
It's not possible.
It is
It's not.
possible because I have a
No,
cousin
when a
who
black-
literally
when a
has
black-
blonde hair.
when a black person grows blonde hair, most times it's going to be albinos, and most times it's going to be, or all the time, it has some type of curl pattern. It's never straight. But do you know who grows straight blonde hair? Little
Well,
Becky.
white women also curl their hairs. So why
But
don't we get on them for curling their hair?
Because some of them naturally have curly hair. A lot of them,
But most of them curl them.
but it doesn't matter. They're not curling their hair all the way up to look like an afro. But you guys are
some do. Bob Ross.
What?
Bob Ross, he definitely does his hair to look like an afro, and people think it's natural, but it's really not.
I'm not sure who that is, but on average, they do not try to look like black people. You guys, this hair right here literally comes from a European woman. Literally.
No, it doesn't. We do not get our hair from Europeans. We get them
You know
from
what-
East Asia, South Asia, Middle East. It's never from Europe.
Do you know what Brazilian hair is?
Yes.
This is Brazilian hair. Do you know what Brazilian women are?
Indigenous and sometimes white.
Exactly. The ones who have straight hair are European. The ones who have kinky hair are most times going to be natives or black people. So if you're getting your hair from a Brazilian, you're getting your hair from a white woman. So
Native people also have straight hair though.
she's literally wearing white women's hair, but they can't wear a hairstyle. Not even wear hair from her head, but just a hairstyle. What sense does that make?
Because it's culturally insensitive to wear someone else's culture while disrespecting them and trying to act like black women. As you see, when white women wear braids and stuff, they start having this kind of demeanor to them. that's like trying to mimic Black women. And that's not true. When it comes to Black women wearing blonde wigs, they're not trying to act white. They're just trying to protect their hair and look good while doing it.
Okay, so even if that was the case, even if they're trying to act Black, right? She's literally trying to act white. She puts this on, hair that looks just like hers, and then her makeup. Most times you guys do that contouring of the nose to try to make it look more slim. Who has most slim noses? Europeans. That's a European feature. So you guys do things to look exactly like them, but then when they do the same, it's a bad thing.
That's not really, because Black women, we make our nose smaller just because like it's always been just looked down upon to have bigger noses. So when we contour our nose, it's like we're not trying to look like white women. We're just trying to just feel better, like look prettier. Like big noses are beautiful, but when contouring them, people just like want to be like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like,
no, but that's the thing about it. We live in a, okay, originally we were conquered by Europeans. So that's why that's the beauty standard, because we live in a European society. So then you guys, the beauty standard is a small nose and features and like fine hair, straight hair. These are features of a European woman. So just think about it. If we were never colonized, do you actually think Black women would be wearing wigs that look exactly like their hair?
yes, because wigs were actually used before colonization. And I mean, Black women were just wearing wigs way before they were taken to America.
No. So I know what you're talking about. It's Egyptians. Egyptians did used to wear wigs. You're right about that. But when they wore wigs, they weren't wearing straight down, bust down, Becky looking wigs. They wore wigs because there was hierarchical standards, like kings and queens wore wigs. The everyday person didn't wear wigs just because, oh, I don't feel like doing my hair today, let me slap on a wig. Everyday people were not wearing wigs like that. So that's false.
Well, I mean, it's not even about like, oh, if they were wearing wigs or not. It's just like when Black women wear wigs, it's just like not the same way white women wear braids. We wear it to protect our hair. The whole point of wearing wigs is to protect our hair because we have coily hair that is subject to breakage. So putting on wigs allows us to protect it, but wearing blonde wigs has nothing to do with wanting to be white.
Okay, tell me how a wig protects your hair.
Okay, so underneath the wig,
My bad, I got a phone call. You said, so okay, where we left off is you said you wear the wigs to or under the wig is cornrows. And then what were you saying after that?
yeah, the cornrows are used to lock in the moisture. And when we wear our hair out, it's a lot of work to just like keep your hair maintained while it's natural. So we put it into braids.
Yeah, okay. So you said cornrows are not the nicest looking?
Um, because you're not supposed to like take them out and refresh them often. So keeping them in for a long time allows them to grow faster and like more nicer. So when wearing cornrows, you keep the wig on for a while because you don't have to really freshen it up, make it look more cleaner, just like nicer. So when wearing cornrows, you lock in the moisture, allow your hair to grow healthier, and what was the last one? And just like allow your hair to just be in it, like just like not a lot of tension on the hair. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand that. So nothing that you said validated why a wig is making your hair protected. Everything that you said supported the cornrows under there, making the protective hairstyle. The wig has no purpose. If the cornrows are already doing all the protecting that you need, why are you putting a wig on top?
Because you're not refreshing the cornrows. You're just leaving them alone. So putting over a wig just allows them to not to so like you don't have to see like, oh, it's all grown out, it's not freshened up. It's just you're covering it to make it seem like, oh, her hair is just fresh, like it looks nice.
Okay, but my thing is, why can't you just wear the cornrows out? Cornrows last for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Why can't you wear for 2 to 3 weeks and just get it redone? Cornrows only
People
take
just don't have that time and energy. A lot of people that wear wigs, they just don't have the time and energy. So wearing wigs is just a lot more easier for you to just have some hair maintained. Like it's easy maintenance while you don't really have to do anything.
So, but my thing is, I said every 2 to 3 weeks. Doing cornrows, that's one of the quickest hairstyles you can do. Most times they're done in big sections. So it only takes about maybe 30 to 45 minutes to get that done. You can't take 30 to 45 minutes every 2 to 3 weeks and do your natural hair.
For me, not really. Personally, not really. I personally wear my natural hair, but like a lot of people just have jobs and like they're in college. So wearing the natural hair is just like, I mean, wearing cornrows is just like easier for them and to put a wig over that. So they just don't have to do anything.
But do you not understand that's hair neglection at that point? Because without any wig, or even with the wig, you're still supposed to touch up your hair and make sure it's redone and refreshed every couple weeks, even under the wig. So if you're just saying you do your cornrows and then you leave it in for a month or two, that means you're just neglecting your hair at that point, and you're not even it's not even protection.
I mean, yeah, it's not really about like taking care, like it's not really about like wanting your hair to just like be what's the word? I can't really think about it, but when wearing, like, mostly people just don't really want to do too much to their hair. It's not even about like, oh, protecting the hair. It's just mostly about like not wanting to do too much maintenance, because natural hair is a lot of maintenance. When wearing cornrows, you do have to oil your scalp very often and keep it moisturized. So
But I mean, my thing is, you can still do all of that without a wig. Like you can still moisturize and touch up the cornrows. There's no need for a wig. The only thing you're putting the wig on for is because you don't want to show the cornrows under there, because in your mind you think it's unpresentable to show in the public. So that's the insecurity that you have. But I don't understand why you guys come on here and you cannot just admit when you're wrong. Just say, hey, I was wrong, instead of trying to fight idiotic points.
okay, the one thing I just don't agree with is that white women shouldn't wear braids and Black women should be allowed to wear straight wigs.
So, so you don't think they should be able to wear braids?
Yeah,
Okay, why?
because it's culturally insensitive and it's also not even good for their hair. Like the tension is not like for their hair type.
Ma'am, that tension is not for anybody's hair type. Do you know that Black women that wear cornrows all the time because they're always wearing wigs, it causes traction alopecia and it rips out their hair too? So you guys don't actually care about their hair. You guys are just saying that because you're mad because they're doing a Black hairstyle.
I actually have cornrows in right now. My hair is doing just fine. I have very thick, long, 4C hair. So the cornrows, they're actually doing a lot for me. They're actually very, very helpful.
Ma'am, you are young, but I'm talking about when a woman wears cornrows for years on end because she's always wearing wigs, it can cause traction alopecia.
I mean, yeah, you're not really supposed to do it oftenly, like back to back. You're supposed to let your hair breathe often, like don't always get braids. So when sorry.
But that's the same thing that they can do. So if they do it here and there, it's not going to make them bald.
No,
Of
because
course,
a lot of white women, when they wear it just for the first time, like after they take it out, their hair just starts falling out.
well, a lot of them say that they wear box braids and their hair is not falling out. So my thing is that's only maybe some of them, but most times if they do a style like that, their hair is not going to fall out just because their hair is thinner. And not even all Becky's, not even all of them have fine hair. A lot of them have thick hair.
I still just don't think it's right because it's just like not it's like just really insensitive because a lot of white women that do wear the braids, they don't really respect Black people. They just want to mimic us and do the things we do, but they don't really want to like do their research, be respectful about it. They want to claim it most of the time too. Like they want to say, "Oh, we did it first. This is our hairstyle," but it's really not.
Did you do your research before you started celebrating Christmas?
Who said I celebrated Christmas?
Do you celebrate Christmas?
No,
What do you celebrate?
I don't celebrate anything.
Not even birthdays?
My birthday, yeah.
Do you know birthdays is a European tradition?
No, that's actually not true.
How do you know?
Because
You didn't do the research.
no. Because in Africa, there's a lot of traditions where you celebrate their birth. Like I'm from Ghana, so personally, there's a lot of traditions to do when you turn certain ages.
Well,
So
did you do your research before you started eating pasta?
I don't really eat pasta that often, but no.
Did you do
Yes,
your research
actually,
before you started eating pizza?
no.
Exactly. That is not Black culture. It literally comes
I'm
from
aware. I'm aware.
Right.
Eating different cultural foods is not the same as wearing cultural hairstyles.
Why not?
Because you're not stealing from them. You're acknowledging that it's from someone else's culture.
Okay, but how did they steal from you? If she just put in box braids, how is she stealing from you?
She wears the braids and says that it's hers. And even if she doesn't, it's just like she tries to put on an act. And then when we call her out on it, she acts like, oh, I'm not trying to be like nobody. You know what I'm saying?
She puts in the wig and she says it's hers. Same thing.
No.
Ma'am, it is. Okay.
I would say like the wigs do come from Indian people, Brazilian people, and like
And
people
European.
from not European though. Because it's different. European people don't have the same hair like Asian and Middle Eastern people. Their hair is like more silkier, and like white people hair is like compared to like dog fur, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like in the rain, it just smells like pennies and stuff. Like it's just different, you know what I'm saying?
It's not. But what we're gonna do
is.
We're gonna get the next guest on here because we keep going in circles. I already explained to you how there is Brazilian hair that is European hair. I already said that before. And now you're just going in circles and you're lying.